it's time for video number 2 of the Chicago-based project that I'm making, based on the Research and Tech Corridor south of O'Hare Airport. I said O'Hare this time, not O'Hare. Pronounce it correctly, boy. So, I had a big night last night, wife's Christmas party, so a little bit below the weather today, so good day to just relax and build the city, I think, and make a video. So, if you watch the first one, you'll notice that there's been quite a bit of expansion, probably another third, I guess, actually, almost double, probably about double the expansion of last time, because I completed all of this area, and then all of that area, and a little bit down here, and a little bit up there, so that's quite a big upgrade from last time. I've got these new golf assets that I downloaded, which I was trying to see if there was a better version than these light ones, and I do think these are better, but I think what I'm going to do is I'll practice on this one first. I will complete this golf course in the darker assets, see how it looks, and then make a decision whether I'm going to replace that one as well. That's a bit of double up work, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes. So over here we've gone back to the not back to, but we've gone to a grid pattern, the typical American grid pattern, mostly, which is real. It's true to life. So even if I wanted to do curvy suburbs, I wasn't going to, because that's the realistic version. And I think it looks, again, it still looks realistic. It looks good, I think. If I don't mind saying so myself. You can be the judge. So here we have a big high school. I think this asset here is the Toronto. It's a Toronto school. I can't remember what that other one is, but they're very low level, sort of sprawling building complexes. American football, baseball. Another school here. That's 3 different assets from the same maker. What do we got over here? That's a mall. Still haven't added the parking spaces yet, so it's on pause at the moment. I actually play a lot of the game on pause, and then I unpause it and I let some of the population come in, and then I pause it again, just so it's not too heavy on services during the time of building. So over here, then it goes to an area that's kind of medium density, I guess we could call it, kind of low to medium. That's also true to life. Those, I think, are just cheaper housing, something like that. And I think what I'm going to be doing next is trying to fill this entire area so that we've got kind of a large area finished. That's going to take a little while, because it's all of these medium density, and it's more businesses, commercial properties and things, whereas just the houses, the individual houses, are much quicker to cover the map area. Then maybe I'll spread over to here, and then I'd like to go around this area at some point as well. So it's getting there. It's starting to look like a sprawling suburban area. I think the population at the moment, using the realistic population mod, is only about 24,700, so it's still low. I'm still needing workers in half of these buildings. The worker count is rising, but I need to keep adding suburbs to make sure I've got enough people. So yeah, so all I'm doing with these, I'm getting these little, what are they, I don't know, motels, I think they probably are. King Leno asset, I think, and a few other different ones. And then I put a row of 3, and then just, you know, copy them in different places. like that, and try and put some different angles. Well, they're all right angles, but some 90-degree angles or whatever. I'll probably end up changing this. I'm terrible at talking and building at the same time. And making sure there's plenty of, or adequate, let's say, parking spaces, because these roads don't allow parking spaces. See here, the parking spaces are being used, and a lot of the roads, the main drags, I'm not allowing parking spaces either to keep the traffic off. And I'm also on the kind of medium-sized roads, I'm also using these grass strip ones, but without the trees, since I've got enough trees already on the map. I forget what these houses are called now, these ones, but I quite like them, just to add a different colour. And I'm using these long parking assets. Sometimes I don't always use parking lot roads. You know, if I've got an asset, a single asset like that, then why bother using parking lot roads? I just it's easier to do it this way. The gap's not right. So let's drag that back a bit. Put that road in. Yeah, something like that. A bit close. Finicky. See, this, it takes a while. It really does take a while. So if you want to get it looking right, you just have to bear with it. And this is probably going to be a long project if I'm going to keep this level of detail. Like I've said, I think in other videos, or certainly on the Facebook, I've said I'm not a detailer. I don't do fences and lines on roads and billboards and things. I don't know whether I'd have the patience for it, to be honest, especially over a big map like this. Big project. They might be a bit big, those trees. Don't know. Something smaller. Regular bush. Regular bush is good. They form tight rows. Messed that up. Anyway, nature's a bit irregular. There we go. Need a road here. Maybe a parking space in there. I also really like these little parking assets. I use quite a lot of them. I forget the name of them. Not much use, am I? But I really like them. They're great for little jobs like this, where you can't fit a parking lot road, and then you can just add trees and you can kind of fill in a little bit like that. Yeah. And there's a single version. I'll just put it here temporarily. I've used these for ages. Somebody's riding a bike out there. Oh, well, that's realistic for the city. Real life background noises. I'm probably getting up to the 10-minute mark, just rambling on, so I'm going to probably just upload this as it is. At least it shows you, you know, what I've done so far.